Hey, whippersnappers, this is Tortimer with the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Gray version Season 4. This week we are doing quote-unquote ZU rival battles. ZU's not quite a fully established tier, but there seemed to be enough going on there that the community decided, yeah, let's go ahead and give it a shot. So we are jumping into ZU. You'll see on my team a couple of familiar faces and a couple of new additions. Some Pokemon I really wanted to get the opportunity to use. Didn't do a lot of testing this week, which is not atypical, but I really wanted to use Pokemon like Scovillain, Wugtrio, things like that, Oinkologne, and so I just went ahead and did that. Frostmourne up against Nana there, going to get the Iron Head off on Sparky, and Stormcrow going to take a hard play rough from the Luxray. Shiny Luxray is just so beautiful. God. Gold Squadron for life. Apollo, not doing a whole lot of work there. Miss Piggy was kind of my favorite Pokemon on the team this week. It's just the shiny is so obvious, but it's just a pig. It's just a pig now. I mean, there are brown pigs too, so I mean it's always just a pig, but it's just funny. Miss Piggy running an interesting set where what's the move called? Body press or build something? Yeah, body press. There it goes. Uses your defense stat as the power modifier versus your attacking stat. So it's got this whole set where you boost your attack as much, your defense as much as possible, which is useful. And then you also use that as the power, which is fun. Used to decent effect in a couple of battles, but this Pocket Flaga one is not going to be one of them, I don't think. Schofield up against the Wigglytuff. I almost put a Wigglytuff on my team as well, and then decided at the last second against it. I think I was going to be in that last slot, and then I decided I wanted a water type, so I threw in Wugtrio. Slimuel, that's fun, comes in, takes down Scovillain. Frostmourne going to be able to take it out there. Frostmourne, representative of a Arctibax that well, I don't know what the middle evolution is called, but was another member of my team. I think we talked about how a couple of the Pokemon you guys see floating around, Stormcrow, Arctibax, or Frostmourne, all Pokemon that I used in my blind run. I really loved the look of the Spinosaurus. Is one of my favorite dinosaurs, and so when I saw that the pseudo legendary was a Spinosaurus, I was like, okay, I've got to have this thing on my team. And I think Flygon actually went and caught one and bred one for me and sent it over so I could use it from like the very beginning of the game. This battle is taking forever, 37 turns, goodness. Miss Piggy back in, attempt to take down Luxray, but not going to have it, and finally going to go down. So thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Flygon. I greatly appreciate it. Let's move into the next battle, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we are up against Rival Shunosaurus. Stormcrow was my primary lead this week, coming in and setting up Tailwinds. I figured I probably couldn't get away with using Tress another week and attempting to get webs and everything set up on you guys. I figured probably people would have planned for that, although I looked into it and there really just wasn't that many spinners. I think Koufant here is maybe one of the spinners that was available, but there wasn't a ton of them. I mean, you could go to Little Cup, but there wasn't a ton of viable hazard people. This stupid pig, pig v pig here, and Shunosaurus, Shun was looking for. He's like, I needed to find this season's Cramorant, and I think he thinks he's done it. And it's hard to argue with the results here. Found a couple of weaknesses with the Miss Piggy build this week. We'll see it a little bit later, but only attacking move is Body Press, which up against Psychic types, and especially Ghost types, which we'll see, I think, maybe in our last battle of the week. Maybe there was one other one, but yeah, just really not the... You need some sort of coverage there. Should have had, I don't know, something. Body Press was not doing it. Cotton Eye Joe goes down there. Everybody's gonna go down. I guess I should point out. Wilbur is going to sweep through the rest of the team, which is great. Stormcrow comes in. I do get the Tailwind set up, but then gonna go back down. I really wish I had like a dark type on this team, so I shouldn't have taken Bruno off. If I just had somebody who resisted the psychic stored power, that would have been great. But down goes Frostmourne, and then Schofield's gonna come in, get the Stomping Tantrum off, getting very close. I think it's more than I expected it to do, even with all the special defense boosts there. But yeah, not enough, and Rival Shunosaurus takes the victory. I think I maybe only won one battle this week. This is going to be a fun one for you guys because it's going to be embarrassing for me. But we had some decent battles. This was not one of them. But getting just swept 6-0. But anyway, thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Shunosaurus. I greatly appreciate it. Let's jump into a battle I think I won. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out together. Here we go. Alright guys, don't know why I'm trying to spoil battles before they even get to them. Stormcrow comes in. I decided to Terra into water for Stormcrow in the event that somebody tried to throw up rocks or something. Should have... water is probably not the way to go. Probably should have picked something that actually resisted like rock moves or I guess it's probably there to resist ice potentially. I don't remember exactly what I was thinking, but didn't do well. It survived this time, I guess. We had another pig here, and I was having PTSD flashbacks. So really wanted to get rid of this pig, and thankfully Wugtrio was able to handle it without too much issue there. Sacrificial Pawn going to come in, take down Cotton Eye Joe there. Miss Piggy then comes in, and this is the best use of Miss Piggy we got all week. She gets her boost up, and then obviously up against a 4 times weak Pawniard, the body press doing great work. That didn't do the Thunderbolt from the Electro didn't do a ton there, so I was like, all right, let's set up one more and just go for it. So managed to take down the Electro there too. The Aftermath doing hard damage. Gonna throw up the body press, doing good work against the Scovillian. Take another Fire Blast, and then I go ahead and rest. Probably need to replace something on the build out for a little bit more coverage, but I'm not sure which one you would lose without completely just neutering the set here. Body press finishing off the Scovillian, and then misses a Hydro Pump there, which doesn't help, but I think he's going to land one here, and it just does almost nothing. So the Finneon goes down, and the award for Pokemon that I continue to forget exists goes to Finneon. Or it's Luminion. Yeah, Luminion is the evolution's name. Man, a couple of you guys had it on this team, and I just, like, every time I saw it, it was a surprise. Like, oh yeah, that thing. But yeah, Clunker was like, I did not pay Miss Piggy enough respect, and no, he did not. But thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Clungar. I greatly appreciate it. Nice that this kind of weird set. I think I originally had planned to use Lechonk in Little Cup, and then it didn't end up fitting in with any of the teams I was building. And so when I saw that this thing was in ZU, I was like, well, this might be my only chance to get to use it. So I brought it on. I found that weird set. It's just a Smogon recommended set for Oinkalone or whatever. And I was like, all right, this sounds stupid. Let's try it. I'm glad we got at least one good use of it this week. One good showcase. But thank you so much for participating this week, Rival Clinger. I greatly appreciate it. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, and here we are up against Rival Addy, and Addy leads off with his Staravia, I lead off with Stormcrow. Go ahead and get the Tailwind up and then switch on out. Is there like only 3 turns? Tailwind only lasts 3? That's weird. Most things usually last like 5 turns, don't they? Maybe not. Anyway, Stormcrow going to come in and finish off the Scovillian after my Scovillian goes down. Stormcrow going to come in and out a bit this battle and get the Tailwind up a couple of times. Frostmourne's Thermal Exchange not paying much mind to the Will-O-Wisp there. Able to get through the Bayonet's Substitute and do some pretty decent damage. Wugtrio, they're going to switch out. I expected the switch on that, so I was able to predict and use the Dragon Claw, finish off the Wugtrio. So that was a nice little predict there. So I was feeling pretty good at this point in the battle. I was like, all right, we've got some momentum here. We're doing good. And then I think it was the Dunsparce here that started screwing things up. Apollo, I Oh, I was worried about the bayonet. I'm like, why am I not using close combat on this thing? Yeah, I was worried about the bayonet switch because I was scarfed. But obviously with the sub and everything, I should have just gone close combat. But the Stormcrow comes in, says a tailwind, breaks the sub there. Cotton Eye Joe able to hit but not take out the Dunsparce. Dunsparce's crazy headbutt there, finishing off Wug Trio. At which point then Frostmourne comes in. And is going to just eke out the kill on the Dunsparce there. Staravia then terras into flying and takes down Frostmourne, takes down Stormcrow, and then Oinkalone's going to come in, take a hard hit. I'm going to go ahead and stockpile, and Staravia is going to finish itself off. And at this point, I go for the rest, and I'm like, all right, great. And then I realize Miss Piggy's only got a fighting move. And like the way that this setup is going here, like I'm thinking I could probably win this if I like did all my stockpile. Like I would have to get to struggle, and I think stockpile itself had like 32 PP. Like I'm like, I could do this with the rest and everything, like parsing all that out. I'm like, I could probably win this, but I'm like, me and Eddie would be here all night. So I set up like once or twice and I was like, this is dumb, why am I doing this? And so I was like, all right, I decided very quickly. I'm like, yeah, okay, this is dumb. That we're obviously not. I was feeling good about the momentum, and I think I probably could have eked out a win potentially, because this thing, Banette only has Sucker Punch and then Shadow Sneak. I think in terms of damaging moves, I'd be able to rest off the burns, things like that. I think I probably could have gotten through the Banette eventually, but maybe not. Fully boosted and everything, I don't know, probably could have survived, but yeah, I wasn't going to do that to either of us in this battle. It was not worth it. This was not going to be the next Tom v. Lol, because yeah, I think Addie and I were doing this battle just after I'd put my kids to bed, and like my oldest, he's in this kick where he can get out of his big boy bed now, and so he was up for like the 6th time. I had to BRB at some point during this battle, I think, even because it was just I had to go put him back to bed or whatever. So yeah, I was like, I don't have time for a 600 turn battle right now. But it could have gotten really interesting. Could have been one for the ages. But yeah, thank you for participating this week, Rival Addy. I greatly appreciate it. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty, guys, and here we are up against Rival Codeman. Codeman came in with only 5 Pokemon this week, but I'm going to let you predict on how that goes for him. Close Combat comes in and finishes off the Persian. Then Hickory. Oh, man. And as it starts setting up, I'm just like, oh no, oh no. I really got some PTSD from this. Oh no, I lost it. What's his? Oh, it's Spoink and Grumpig. There we go. I'm like, oh no, I lost the name of this thing. Miss Piggy comes in, and I'm like, well, if I can't withstand it, so I bring Piggy in and start setting up and all of that jazz, which forces out the pig. At which point then Cordyceps comes in, is gonna miss Leech Seed once, gonna miss Leech Seed twice, and Miss Piggy will take it down. So that worked out nicely. Go ahead and going for the stock ups here. I should have really gone for the hit in that first turn instead of continuing to boost, because yeah, if I had managed to get through it one turn earlier, the defenses probably were necessary for survival. But if I'd managed to get 2 hits off on Blockhead, that might have ended up mattering. Cotton Eye Joe finally manages to take it down, but I clicked too quick. I was like, okay, what's the best thing going to be on this thing? Not realizing, like, oh, I didn't realize initially because I didn't get that much play with Wug Trio, but it was choice banded, and I didn't realize it till after I clicked. I was like, oh no, this thing's got Codeman's got a Murkrow. Not that it probably would have mattered. Like, it wasn't like I threw a couple of stopping tantrums. I guess I threw up 3 of them. I probably could have gotten through it if I had. One of them was on this, so I guess I got 2 off on it. Probably wouldn't have mattered if I had used triple dive or something, probably would have been better off. Obviously would have been better off, but I don't know if it would have meant victory or not. Still had that setting Grumpig up in the back there, so probably wouldn't have mattered in the long run, but I was like, I didn't realize till after I clicked it, and it's like you got to think a little bit more. I was also doing this battle as I was chasing my kid back to bed, so... Tortellini does not like staying in bed at the moment. But yeah, so that was a couple of misplays, I think, in this one and the last one. I was like, oh no. Well, I guess it was a misbuild on Miss Piggy in the last one. But yeah, all right, we got one more rival battle to go, and then we will take a look at the spreadsheet. So yeah, here we go. Thanks so much, Koban. Alrighty, guys, a final battle of the week up against Rival Update, and down goes... Down goes Stormcrow, even tear it into water, because I saw this Stonejourner thing. I don't know what kind of vitamins he's been feeding this Stonejourner, but this thing was a beast. I think... No, it doesn't sweep through the team, but yeah, it did pretty good damage. Took out half the team. So that thing was a beast. Went up against a couple other ones this week, and that one took the cake. Oinky Spelunky comes in and starts throwing my own medicine back at me with all the stockpiles and things like that. Still able to do pretty decent damage to it, but Frostborn going to go down. At which point then Cotton Eye Joe comes in and gets the lingering aroma. So this is Update's real tactic. He passes that ability on to Wugtrio, and then Wugtrio is going to pass that ability on to the Slacking, which takes away its Truant ability. It's genius. It's absolute genius. I only wish that I had more Pokemon remaining at that point, so that his genius could have come to real fruition and like just swept through my entire team with it. That's my only regret. But. Yeah, it was smart. It was smart. I didn't even know what Lingering Aroma was, because I was using the other one. No, what ability was I using on Oinkologne? I don't remember. I was going to say, because I don't think the set I was using on Oinkologne had anything really to do with its ability, but now I can't remember. Anyway, guys, that's all of the rivals for the week. Thank you guys, all of you who participated. I know it was kind of a weird setup because we kind of had a bye week in between this week and the last episode, and so I think some people had kind of forgotten or were just busy or didn't like... I gave you guys like a week and a half to build, but I think that just made people forget more than give them more time to prepare. So I do appreciate all of you guys who, like, I think all but like one of these I think maybe all of these battles happened today. Maybe I battled somebody. No, everybody battled today. Yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for participating this week, and for those of you guys who were not able to get in here, I appreciate you guys as well. Just coming in and participating when you can. But let's jump over to the spreadsheet real quick, and we'll talk about a couple of things relating to the future of the series. So here we go. Alrighty, guys, here we are looking at the spreadsheet. So obviously we just did our rival battle. We are currently in the ZU tier. Now, we did talk at the end, well, I mentioned at the end of last episode, and we had a discussion in the Discord. We are adding the Titans here. That's not coming up today because we will be jumping into a gym battle. I think what we're still going to do is have this be our encounter types, and I think we're still going to do a gym every other episode. If we want to change that, we can, but I think makes the most sense to just kind of do a gym every other episode, and then we have the chance of doing an evil team. One of the things I do want your guys' feedback on in the comments is, so in Scarlet and Violet, the evil team bases, kind of like the Titans, like you go and do, but they're monotype, the evil team bases. Like you've got like an evil fire gym. I don't know if you guys if we want to like roll monotype for future evil team encounters, or if that just kind of takes away the specialness of it being an evil team. If you're just making like a monotype team every week, is that annoying for you guys? So let me know if you guys want to continue doing like, hey, just do your picture of an evil team and you guys get kind of free reign, or if you want it to be like, all right, we rolled evil team, so let's roll the type. Okay, this is going to be the poison type team star base or whatever type thing. So let me know what your thoughts are on how much we want to adapt to the current game that we're emulating. Obviously, we do have Titans in here now. Shun and Flygon. If we roll this, I've got to get the exact details from them. A couple of you guys in the Discord, shout out to Shun and Flygon. We're doing some testing on how we could best balance a Titan encounter. And I gotta have them spell out the exact details on how that needs to be set up. It sounds like we'd be looking at some sort of 2v2 scenario where, like, we've got to be, I don't remember exactly what metagame they had to build it in or things like that. So we'll talk about that more. I'll get the details from them. And next time when we're, this week we'll be rolling for a gym, but next week when we're rolling for one of these types of encounters, I'll kind of explain more what Titans would be, and we'll go from there. But anyway, all that being said, I think we're still going to do a gym every other week. So what we're going to be doing is the ZU gym this coming week. So we need 1 through 18 here. That gives us 8, which is poison. All right. I have no idea. You guys are gonna. I mean, I think it's probably there's not much in the ZU tier. It stands to reason that there would be poison types in the worst tier in the league, but poison's also, I mean, good against fairies, so I mean, maybe not, I don't know. But inevitably you guys are going to be like, hey, there's not a single poison Pokemon in the ZU tier. We could check it. Let's check it, and if we have to re-roll, we can re-roll. Let's check it real quick. All right, so let's quick pop into the team builder here. Let's create a new team. ZU, add a Pokemon. All right. Okay, there's Viper. There's Swalot. Not fully evolves. There's Ghastly. Why is Ghastly in NFE and not in Little Cup? Did it get banned from Little Cup? Yeah, there's 3 Pokemon outside of Little Cup. I don't know that we're gonna get much better. Like, I guess there's a bunch of psychic types, like a bunch of ice types, maybe. Psychic might be yeah, there's a lot of psychic types. I think I'll make an executive decision on that. Normally, I would prefer to randomize, but I know you guys are going to complain if we don't make some sort of accommodation. So what I think we will do, and if you guys are really anti this, sound off in the Discord, and we can make an executive decision there of like, no, let's go back to poison. But I think what we'll do is make it a psychic type gym. Just because it looked like there was a lot of psychic types in there. And yeah, if you guys would rather not, if you would rather stick with the poison or whatever, if you're like, okay, yeah, that'll make this one bad, but this is a bad tier, we would rather have psychic type for a better tier so we can pull out the really good Pokemon and destroy you or whatever. I'm open to whatever you guys want to do. Obviously, the 6 to 8 people who participate in this series are all in the Discord. We can hash that out, and you guys can let me know exactly how you want to deal with it. But I think for now, let's plan on Psychic ZU Bat Gym next time. There is no doubles format for ZU, so we don't have to roll that. So it'll be singles, ZU Psychic monotype teams, or thematic, you guys know the drill. So yeah, let me know in the Discord. I will plan on this, and we should all plan on this unless we reach some sort of consensus in the Discord that no, we'll stick with poison, or if there's another type, I guess we'll talk about it in the Discord. Anyway, guys, if you have not participated and you would like to, links in the description down below to both the Battle Simulator, Pokemon Showdown that we use. It's free. It's available. You can do it on mobile or desktop or whatever, and also Discord, where we set up battles. The only way to set up a battle with me is through the Discord. So that is also free and has a desktop or a mobile application and so on and so forth, or even just in the browser. You don't even have to download something necessarily. So yeah, those are the options. We'll see you guys all back here next week. And yeah, if you want to participate anew, you can jump in any week or if you want to, participate for just a couple of weeks or whatever. We've got people who don't make it in. We had a couple of people who've been in every episode except for this one. So, and you guys can bounce in and out however you want. I hope you guys don't, I'm often pinging people in the Discord. I'm like, hey, are you wanting to battle? I hope you guys don't feel any pressure by that. I look at, okay, who's participating, and I just want to make sure before I move on and, record the episode or something, that, you aren't, planning on doing it, and I just haven't heard from you type thing. I'm not trying to pressure anybody. It's perfectly fine if you don't get in a given week. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, this is getting long. I've been Tortimer the Great, and you guys have been great. Thanks so much to everybody who participated this week, and I will see you guys all back here next time. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one.